So here we are, our new Caravan. You might have seen sort of 6 months ago we sold our old van, and here we are, new one and a new manufacturer. Our last van, the Vacationer, it went everywhere with us and never missed a beat. So big shoes to fill, so we're going to have to see with a few trips if it's going to stack up. Yeah, we've gone for a Wonderland. Basically, we were looking around, we looked at the Vacationers again, and we were going to have some issues with weights and the cost with going the Rough Rider. So yeah, thought we'd have a bit of a play around with another brand and get in the weight category we need to be in and the cost budget that we needed to be in, because it's always a juggle.
Yeah, and obviously the whole idea of getting a new van was to go a little bit bigger and a bit of a different layout inside. So there's a few things we absolutely love. There's a few things we've added in that are brilliant. And there's a couple of things that we'd probably change and lessons learned if we were to do another one. So yeah, stick around, we'll walk you through it and show you what we think. Yeah, and what we are loving and what we're not loving so much, and a few little things to iron out maybe.
Yeah, that's it. There's tips and tricks for everyone. We might even show you a couple of bits and pieces that we've got on the van, like little products and stuff like that we've got on here as well. So yeah, stick around, let's have a look.
All right.
So we've done a couple of shakedown trips in it. This is our third trip. We're just up at the holiday house up at Eildon here. We're up to the Eyre Peninsula at Christmas for 3-4 weeks. So yeah, just making sure everything's working well off grid, getting used to all the features in it. But yeah, we may as well start up the back. We'll keep it fairly brief on the outside, I guess, because most caravans are very similar. We'll just sort of point bits and pieces out. So up the back here, one of the first things that we do love, I'll grab the camera and show you. Down here, the water fill system is a quick fill. So basically, if you're hooked up at a caravan park, you're just plugged into there, and then it's running through your valve and doing the van. If you want to fill the water tanks, you can individually pick which tank you fill. So we've got two 95 litre fresh and one 75 drinking. So yeah, you just isolate which tank you want to fill there, and then that's the way to do it. So it all just gets done at once through the valves there. Under the back here as well with the valves, that's obviously grey water outlet. Got Ando under here for just an external solar blanket. So yeah, ever need an extra boost of solar, you've got that there. Flat windows, love them as well. They look really cool. Nice dark tint on them as well, so hopefully keep some of the heat out. In behind here, I love this as well. It's all our battery system. So 400 amps of lithium, 800 watts of solar, 2600 watt EnerDrive inverter, Red Arc 75 amp charger, the Alpha 75. It's all here, it's all nice and easy to access if you ever got any issues. Yeah, got the filters on the doors. So yeah, really happy with putting all that stuff, nice, easy to access from the outside. Just the main power connection right there. Outlet for the gas heater, the shower. I like this one. So you basically instead of having the hatch where you had the whole shower head and everything, all you've got here, you hook your shower there and you're twisting to control your temperature. And it's just a small little hose with a handle, and yeah, I like that. There's another fill point there which just fills the front tank. Doesn't fill the rest, but yeah, if you had an issue with something back there, you can easily just fill that one there, or say you're trying to fill off a jerry can, fill that tank there. Instant gas hot water system, we had that in the last one, brilliant, just set your temperature inside. Happy days. Gull lined, which is kind of cool the way they do this in the tunnel boot. We've got the drain plug here, so obviously if you ever had anything dirty, wanted to wash it out, just pull your plug, drain that out. So yeah, that's a nice little feature they do. We went for colour wise, our last van was a bit darker. We thought, let's see if going a bit lighter will help keep the heat out of the van. Like our last one was black front, dark grey side, so now I've gone the light silver. And Wonderland do a 30mm composite front, roof and rear. You can do it in a white or like an off-white, so we've gone the off-white, which is sort of got a bit of a tinge of grey to it. So yeah, so far I reckon that roof, yeah, you definitely notice the insulation properties of that. Inside, that's for sure. Just your normal storage in the front here. Did have a slide in there, but I just took it out, so don't really need the slide there, so a bit of extra space. Stone guard on the front. This nice big toolbox as well, gas bottles in the front here. We've also got like ground mat, fire pit, all that sort of stuff in there. Still access that. We had a grip sport on our last van and the thing was solid as a rock, and when we did sell it still looked like it was brand new, so no brainer to go that again. The only difference is obviously we need access here. So this one tilts up so you can get into there. We also went with this toolbox as well because it keeps your gas bottles and the regulator, all that sort of stuff out of the weather. Just longevity wise, I think that's a good idea. So yeah, that's the toolbox there with everything in there and gas bottles all tucked away neatly. Work light on the front. If you're ever loading up at night, you can see what you're doing. Again, most of these things and most vans do the basics that you're going to get the same on them all. So we had the Boss Jack on the last one as well. That thing is absolutely brilliant. Just a drill, wind up, wind down. Base, you can get either a wheel or the plate, and then extensions for this if you need to go higher or lower. DO35 hitch tucked under there. Always just run the navigator, like the drawbar cover, I guess you'd call it, on the front. Just again, look after all the bits and pieces. Saves having to lube it up and grease it and all that so often. These also, the Navigator Stone Guard Buddies. They're brilliant. We keep things just like solid hoses or anything dirty can just go in there and it's completely out of the way. With this van as well, it's got stability control. One thing I don't like with this compared to the old one was an Alco stability control, and mounted just here was it was like an indicator light. So the box was just here and you could see where the stability control was working or not. It would light up red if it wasn't, green if it was working fine. Whereas this one, they've mounted, everything's mounted under the van, and the little indicator light, to be able to check it, it's tucked up under here. So it's just here. So potentially where that is there is maybe a bit vulnerable for rock strikes and things like that to break it, and to actually see it's working, you got to pop your head under the van and check it. So I did like the Alco one a little bit better. So moving on to the front here and the other side of the toolbox. At the moment we've just got the Weber in there. Our last van we ran the XTM drawer fridge. That up Cape York and in the heat of Queensland and places like that, we had it set as a freezer for all our extra meat. Never missed a beat, so that could be another option. Whether we run the drawer fridge there and the drawer above like we did have, or whether we keep the Weber there and put a fridge there, Or another option is maybe just go a little bit bigger with the fridge and run a chest fridge in there, Weber in there. We're still undecided. So because of that, in here at the moment is just tubs galore. So yeah, temporary permanent until we work out exactly which way we want to set this area up. I don't think there is a wrong or right way to do it, but yeah, we just haven't figured out which way we want to go about it yet. Weight wise, this weighs in at 28.40 when they had it weighed, bearing in mind that we had a smaller toolbox on when it first got built and we didn't like the look of it, so we got them to upgrade to this toolbox for us. So it's probably added a few kilos there, and the Grip Sport bike rack wasn't on when it was weighed either. So we're probably sitting close to 2,900 kilos, so giving us about 600 kilos of payload, which is still plenty. Moving around here, it's probably one of Ash's favourite things, the shoebox. So we added a shoebox out here. We're always finding when we were places, especially if it rained, things like that, just mountain of shoes here and water coming in and whatnot, or say you're at a caravan park and you don't want to leave all your shoes here or in the doorstep, tuck them in the shoebox. So at the moment just got the bits for the Grip Sport sitting in there. We throw the muck mat in there when moving, but yeah, that's the shoebox, an absolute brilliant idea. So
it is a must for any caravan.
Yep.
I think with kids and just multiple things. Obviously there's 5 of us travelling.
Yep. So yeah, that's a good little idea, that one down there, and everyone we've shown it absolutely loves it. We've got a nice big Dometic awning as well. One thing I do miss, our last one had an LED strip light along the barrel. And yeah, I really like that, rather than just, we ran that a lot more than the lights on the side of the van. And another thing with this, our old one, we could put our awning straps in from either end. The barrel was open, whereas this one we've got to slide everything from this end here all the way down to go to the other end. So that's a little bit of a hassle, but not the end of the world. What else have we got? We're running just the muck mat. The muck mat's on the steps as well. Moving along, yeah, there's power up the front there, there's power here, your outlets if you need it for anything. In this, and one thing that for us I think would be a non-negotiable again, is airbags. They just make life so easy. Yeah, we were camping a couple of weeks ago, 120 milliliter level, 2 seconds fixed. So yeah, no more stuff around with leveling ramps and stuff like that for us. Way I level it up to is with ELAM level. So all it is basically just an app on your phone, and then it'll tell you once it connects to the device where your van is and what it needs to adjust. It all gives you millimeters up, down, left, right. So that's a pretty cool little thing. One thing I do with my phone as well, I've got just a little folder which has got all the things we use when caravanning. So got the GPS tracker, hip cams, Netflix for when we're in there, if we ever watch on TV, the audio. With the Red Arc gear as well, that comes with an app, so you can use the app to monitor all that. On the toilet system, another thing we wouldn't go without, again, the SOG. We got the cassette toilets, and this thing works brilliantly for keeping all the smells out of the van. You never really get it unless it's sort of a real hot day or you're getting really close to the toilet bowl. So definitely recommend the SOG. They are brilliant. One thing I'd probably do that I have seen vans do as well now is not the picnic table that sticks out like 60-70 mil. They do a few now that are rebated in, and you get yourself a bit of a spice rack or a sunglass rack or a buddy somewhere to put your cans or drink bottles and stuff when you're outside. It's sort of rebated in with a bit of a shelf inside. I'd probably go that way around next time. Eats into a little bit of the cupboard space behind, but it's so minimal that for the positives that I reckon that it gives you, I'd probably change to that next time. Now with this one as well, our door swings the opposite way to what our old van did. Our old van used to hinge that way. Now this one hinges this way. One thing to keep in mind with doing that though, if you hinge your door this way and you have windows here, you can't actually open it to keep your door open. You're going to hit your window. So that window there, if you're going to be using your door in and out and wanting to have it open all the way, becomes pretty useless, besides a small bit of cracked for some ventilation. Down the front here as well, just the bayonet for the gas here, and you've got cold water. So that, yeah, Weber plugs in there, and then just cold water if you ever need to wash your hands. Instead of being the tap up on the drawbar, they place it here. On the back here, just 2 jerry can holders, the Navigator bin bag. We've gone just the new one. We did have one on the last van. You can get your Bunnings bin inside there. Keeps everything contained nicely. Yeah, just our last one was bright red from all the red dust of up the Cape. So yeah, just thought, new van, why not? Yeah, throw a new bin bag on the back so it just looks a bit neater. Wood box, we had that on the last as well, and brilliant. Just load up firewood between places. Nice easy way to carry it. So yeah, that I'd recommend adding on if you're going to be doing a fair bit of off-grid camping and want to be able to have a fire. Work light, safety Dave up the back. Yeah, this is still part of that composite, 30mm composite roof wall, back wall thing. So that's on the back there as well. Keep that heat out. That's pretty well it for the outside of the van. What do we got? All-terrain tyres instead of muddies. Muddies probably are a bit of a waste on a Caravan. They're not a driving wheel, so an all-terrain tyre is more than enough. The main benefit, I suppose, of a mud tyre is the construction of them. A lot of mud tyres are made that a bit stronger than the all-terrains, just puncture resistant and whatnot. But if you get a good quality all-terrain, I reckon that's probably a better option on a Caravan. Doesn't flick up so many rocks and all that sort of stuff as well. Maybe now let's step inside and yeah, we'll let Ash do a fair bit of talking there, because that's sort of her domain, and she can show you what she likes and what she doesn't like, and yeah, some ideas to maybe help you on your van design. So this inside might be a tiny bit tricky for us to film, because we were starting off our DJI, our Osmo, but now that seems to be overheating and turning off. So we're back on the SLR and we don't have quite as wide field of view, so we'll try to squeeze it in the best we can. There it is.
Welcome.
What do we got here?
So,
North-south bed this time.
That was a must. That was a must for a new van. We had the east-west, and there's nothing wrong with it, but we thought if we're going to go a bigger Caravan, we're going to have a bit more room up here. It's good. It is very good. It's nice to be able to move around. It looks a bit nicer too. It's much easier to make.
Yeah.
It's my domain.
It still is pokey to get in and out of though, isn't it?
If you've got to go in and out, especially if you have the TV up here, you really have to duck or swing things around, and it is pokey, but you're only sleeping in here really. We're not really indoor, hang out in the Caravan unless it's pouring rain. So it's good, it's a nice comfy bed. Just a queen, probably don't want anything bigger than that.
Yeah, there's no real need for it, is there?
No.
One thing we were thinking of maybe is pushing the bed to the one side. We do like that layout that is one-sided queen, and then you get the
big double robe and double set of drawers here. I reckon that would be a bit better for us storage-wise. This is good. But yeah, something different to think about. They look a bit, I always thought they was a bit off being to the side and a bit out of proportion, but people that have them seem to think they're great.
Yeah,
so.
And now after us using this and still realising it is still a little bit pokey.
Yeah, it's something to think about. And
yep.
Yeah.
One thing we did when we were looking for vans, we rushed a couple of things as well, because we did need a van for this trip coming up at Christmas. So in the planning stages, we overlooked a couple of things.
Yeah.
One, the lights on the bed. I know it's not the end of the world and it's such a little thing, but they're chrome. It probably would have been a little bit nicer if they were black. And then the ones here on the walls are chrome as well. Could have either changed those to white or just black, just because there's nothing really chrome in here.
No,
so
we've gone black with everything else. It's kind of what we had in our last one. We're more like the black. We're not really chrome or brass or gold people. But again, it's very cosmetic. It can be changed if you want. Yeah. But it's just a light at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But
because this one, our last van, we went with a bit more of the greys and whites. This time we've gone for the lighter browns and the herringbone and the lighter timber.
Kept it light and bright. Obviously, kids are a bit older now. Can touch things without getting filthy, and it is nice.
Yeah. Another thing, when we were doing colours and all that sort of stuff, this is a good one for you. When we seen the van, and the timber that's in it, it wasn't the timber we envisioned, and we're not sure if we picked this timber or if they got the timber wrong, but maybe take a photo of your colour selections.
Yeah, obviously we were rushing doing it to get the build started and things like that. And you're only picking off a small little swatch, and then it's hard to see which part you're getting. Yeah,
so we thought it was going to be a little bit more grayer, the timber, but yeah, it could have been the sample size we were looking at was this sort of section just here, and then it comes to here and it's a bit more yellow.
Yeah, I won't lie, I'm struggling with the timber. It's probably my least favourite thing so far. It's especially this big slab here. It's a little project for me, maybe some wallpaper or something. It's just a bit too yellow for what I had in mind. Again, it is just a bench top.
And it still looks great. It's just not what we thought we were going to have in the design.
Yeah, but anyway, again, not the end of the world. It's not hindering the way the Caravan works by any means. And we find now with our bench, we've put hacked a shelf and made it a bit pretty. Yep. So it's kind of taking it away, and it's a bit less of an eyesore now. So
one thing as well we probably wouldn't have done, these little mirrors on the doors. We didn't pick them up on the plans that they were actually there, and when we were looking in the vans and display vans, it just didn't really notice it. So again,
we did look at swapping them out, but for the price it was going to cost, was not worth it for us. Obviously you've got to stick to your budget and things, and if it's two little mirrors, well,
not the end of the world. Again, it's all, for most people they probably wouldn't even notice these things or mind these things, but it's just us being picky. We're like, it'd probably change that, and it's just mental notes for us for next time, just to really sit inside the Caravans before you pick it, and just really look, have a big list and just work through the list, because there's a couple other little things in a minute that we'll show you that it's not until you start to use things that you realise there's better ways to do things. And then once you've nailed the Caravan you want, spend a lot of time just sitting in it, looking around and imagining how you would use it to then...
I find I've been doing that now in the morning. If I sit up here and have my coffee, I look around and I'm like, yes, no, yes, kind of, I changed this, that's not bothering me so much now.
Another good one for you, if you have got these robes on the side, most of them come with hanging space, which is pretty useless, so we just got some shelves added in.
Everything's shoved in at the moment because obviously we're just away for a quick weekend. It is kind of not... You can take this one out.
So you can still use it as hanging if you want.
But there's hanging things.
There's heaps of storage though. Like up here, we haven't got anything in there really besides the board game. So, heaps of storage for us for longer trips. I've got the drawer down there, and I've got some shoes and a cupboard down here. This one over here, Ash loses the bottom cupboard because that's where the hot water service is, under there. Up in the front corner here, dust reduction. So that's a powered dust reduction. Last van we had the Dometic, which was the Ram style. Never had an issue with dust with that, but this one's 12 volt, so we'll give this one a crack. The only thing you just got to remember to turn it on, otherwise it's completely useless. Moving on, down here, gas heater. We've got the Truma gas heater. So the vents and stuff down here. That is brilliant. We would have that every day over a diesel heater. There's just whisper quiet and a nice heat out of it as well. Up here, so that's
junk cupboard, just stubby holders and stuff. Fire blankets up there. That's our hot water service control there, so you set the temperature on it. Turn the pumps on and off up here. The fridge isolation is up here. All the fuses are up here as well for internals of the van. And pumps and the dust reduction switch is all up there. Last fan we had black Sirocco fans, now we're going white. Just cosmetic wise really. We possibly would maybe move and hang them from the roof. We had our last one hanging from the roof, and pointed at the bed, it was really good. Undecided on that one what we'd do, whether we'd just keep them on that side location or put them on the roof. Haven't travelled in enough heat yet to work it out. I think our Christmas trip will determine.
Just the Fusion stereo. That's the controls there for the inverter, which is absolutely brilliant. What have we got over here? Kitchen, pressed tin splashback dial.
And we were unsure what to do, and they offered one up, and we thought,
oh, we'll just go plain, but then it's actually really good. It breaks it up a bit. Obviously there is a lot of white in here.
Yep.
There's like 5 or 6 different ones you can pick from. It's quite nice. Obviously if you spill stuff, it just wipes.
Yep.
We had timber in our last one, which was fine as well, but obviously, white works good.
We've gone flat, or like matte cupboards this time. Last one we had gloss. Gloss maybe showed a bit of dust easier, but this shows fingerprints more.
Yeah, especially I'm finding on this cupboard here, because we're always in there with the water and things. It's a bit grubby, but again, give it a wipe down.
Yeah, that's my little hack shelf I did there. Yes. So this was a Kmart special, which I cut down, painted up, and then that's just
gold. But obviously we don't have gold, so we've gone the black and a bit of decorative things in here just to make it a bit nicer. And obviously it breaks it up with everything else as well.
Coffee machine runs off power points obviously with the inverter. White sink, black tapware, black handles on the drawers, which we like. See some people do with the white, they do the white push buttons, but I don't know, kind of like how it gives a bit, breaks it up a little bit having the black. Drawer wise though, what's your thing with the drawers?
Our bench is obviously a bit shorter than our other van because we've gone the full height pantry this time, but we'll get to that. They're good. I'm struggling. The pot drawer lids and things are off. It's kind of, everything's just kind of been put in and still finding our feet. These ones are a bit, they're not bad.
But you'd probably spend a little bit more time and customise the drawers a bit more if you could.
Working out what you've got. This one's just tea towels and junk.
And have maybe a bit deeper, wider drawer in some spots, hey?
Yeah, I think so. The underbench is great. There is so much space under here. Again, everything's just shoved in because it is, but there is a lot of room here. I think there's a bit more under here than our last van, but that's good too.
We've got the Dometic air conditioner in this one. I like that better than the Horton that we had in the last as well. This one seems a lot quieter. Yeah,
when we ran off the heater it was very quiet. So see how that goes in summertime. Up here with all our switches, that's then got the red vision as well, which shows all you need to see for your solar in. Like at the moment, 40 amps of solar we're pumping in. So how good's that? Water gauges are over here. Light them up for a start. So those there. We're yet to work out how accurate they are. We'll find out. With a bit of use. Only other thing you could kind of do, you could do one of those Tappergy water meter things that you put in line with your pumps, and then that'll tell you litres used. So you just obviously zero it when you fill your tanks, and that'll tell you a bit more accurately. That's one thing we have found is the water tank gauges, even on the last one, they were hit and miss of how accurate they are. So it's hard to find a good one. In the car I've got the Submarine water gauge, and that's brilliant, but the setup with it takes a little while. Like you got 5 litres of water, say that's 5 litres, and add another 5, that's 10. So you've really got to calibrate it, and then it works Mickey Mouse. So it'd be a lot of time in setting it up, but that's very accurate. Dometic fridge. We had the Dometic fridge on the last one, was absolutely faultless, so no brainer to go that again. They're a good size.
Yep.
You see people have to put like a little
child-proof
thing on there. We've never touched wood. Had an issue with anything open, breaking.
And we've travelled some pretty rough roads with our last one.
Lucky, got all our overheads, which we're still working out where everything goes and has a place. These little shelfy things from, I think it was from Kmart, weren't they? They work good for separating things.
The non-slip mats in there just to stop stuff sliding around. It's
great, and it protects it a bit too. Obviously our packing game is not strong at the moment, and we're just
still fiddling around.
We've got the cupboards up here too. These ones are quite good. We always use these things too, stops being hit in the head when you pull up somewhere.
So what they are is an extendable curtain rail. So we use them in the fridge as well. Like they're not sort of set up at the moment. But you get them and you sort of place them in front of your cans, and then that stops everything from moving. And then, obviously you can change your length and whatnot on them, see there, by winding them out. And those are brilliant.
They are good.
Microwave.
On the microwave again, it's something you don't always use, but when you do need one, they are very handy. Plateless, so they're good.
I found, I'll just interrupt you for one sec. So last year when we head up the Cape as well, I went up on my own and Ash and the kids all flew up. So I just grabbed myself microwave meals for dinner every night, just nice and easy because we were just booting up, just threw a microwave meal in and 2 minutes I was done. So yeah, microwaves definitely have their place, I reckon.
Although, how are we feeling about...
Yeah, I don't like this. I'm not the biggest fan of the step out. I prefer it all just one flush line. So yeah, that we would change 100%.
And the tops of the cupboards here.
Where's my little switch?
They look cool with their lights on, but it's dust collector and it... I don't know, our last fan went to the roof and I found it probably just looked a little bit nicer.
Yeah, so yeah, it does look nice, the LED accent lighting, like we've got it above the bed here too.
Yeah, a bit hard to tell in daytime. Oh, no.
Yeah. So that, in that regards, it looks good, but yeah, I guess it's just another spot for dust to collect.
And more things for me to clean.
Right, now.
This was something we saw in a lot of vans and we thought, yes, we need it. It's a full height pantry.
These are great if they're set up right.
Yes, I think this is one of the things you need to spend more time maybe working out your heights of your drawers and do it a bit differently. So I'll start with my favourite part. The pull out bin.
There we go, look at that. There's always something we always struggle with. We had bags hanging from places and this and that.
Yeah, we tried the little bin under there, then the kids would come and sit, you'd have to move it and be on the bench and it was too hard. This is great, there's two.
Yep, which we find we only really need one, so you could always just use that second one.
Stand-up tall things in there, it's great.
Yeah, extra say cereal storage and things like that if you need to. But yeah, the shelves and drawers are just a bit of a weird height.
Yeah.
And then this top section, if you want to open that up for us, it's kind of the same thing, like it's not high enough, some of them, to store cereal boxes or things like that, and then just some things just won't stand up, so you're better off
that only just fits, so all we've got a wine bottle and things that are laying down because we can't do it. This is just junk at the moment.
Oh, actually, they grab out that dry mat. So in a van, a dish rack is always something that's a bit tricky, but we have found this is pretty cool. It works well. A couple of bucks from, what was it, 10 bucks from Kmart or something?
Yeah, it just needs to be hung out in the sun every now and then.
Yeah, just dry it out. But yes, a drying mat,
we have the old dish rack problem at home too. The perfect dish rack does not exist, I'm convinced. But these, we're on the fence a lot. I find with this top one, I can't even get anything at the back, so it would have to be something we wouldn't get all the time.
Yeah, because it's quite deep, eh? Yeah.
We've looked in a couple of other friends' caravans recently at pantry setups, and there's a few good ones we've seen, so we're taking mental notes because...
But I reckon spend a bit of time and customise this pantry, if you're going to do one, to shelf measurements that are going to work for how you want to use it.
Yeah, we've seen a few. Like we had a slide out pantry under our bench in our old one, and that had two, it was like wire bits, and you could stand up bottles. That was really good. You probably would almost have that here.
Yeah,
maybe.
if you could do something like that, something, if you could do something in these that's adjustable would be brilliant. But I guess the issue with adjustability in these things, unless it's secure, it's going to bounce around all over the place on rough roads.
So again, everything's just kind of shoved in because we haven't figured it out. We've got plenty of spare baskets which we'll eventually use to set it all up.
Yeah,
but
that little gizmo as well up there. I've got a big cryovacker at home, which, if we're doing big trips, we cryovac the meat and whatnot. But I thought, let's give this little thing a go. It's to seal it. Basically, you get all these bags with it, all different sizes, and I can pull one out. They're all reusable. So we got the kit, and then you just basically pump it down, all the different size bags and stuff. So we're going to give that a crack to get all the meat and bits and pieces over Christmas.
And one thing we did change inside this time was the flat mesh and the flat blind this way. We had the concertina ones last time and they were fine, but these just seem to...
They're just a bit cleaner, aren't they? A bit cleaner look.
Yeah, and the windows this time just the push out ones. We had the wind out ones where you had to secure in place. They're great too. So.
Yeah, same with the blind on the door.
Oh,
so we had a roller blind on our last one, which used to bang in the wind and stuff, and then whereas that one's it's on a track, so
great,
so much better.
So we often, when it's hot, we do sleep with just the wire door open and have it, and it was banging around at night and very noisy. We've got some storage pockets here, another big one here.
Yeah. Plenty of 12-volt charging points throughout the van as well.
Yeah, next to the bed.
The USB spots everywhere. That power point there, in a bit of an odd spot in the middle. We probably, again, if we had paid a bit more attention to the plans, would have moved it over just to the corner, just to make things a little bit more symmetrical.
Yeah, it's not really, it's a bit off.
Yeah. One thing down here, we've had a bit of a compromise, obviously, with putting more solar on the roof. We had a hatch up here.
Similar to this one that's in the bathroom. We actually had one above our bed in our old van too. So this with the exhaust fan, we had one in the kids area here on our last van.
Yep.
And it was a game changer. Obviously having the 3 bunks, it gets very warm. So we found, and condensation as well. So we find leaving it cracked just with the fan running a bit of a night time, it solves that problem quite quickly.
Yeah, but in saying that, so our last one was alloy frame, fiberglass roof. Even though it's insulated, I think it seems to be a bit better for the condensation and stuff like that.
But once we worked out how to fix that last one,
just a bit more airflow.
It worked, and it just cuts out a bit of the outside noise and stuff as well. We've got concertina doors for here. They are great. The curtain ones.
Or a solid door, no good. These are
great.
Almost a must, aren't they? Just for how much space they give you.
Yeah.
These stickers too. We just thought of custom that little bit of touch at home, just from some trips we've done and stuff like that. So what are they? Arlo & Co, aren't they?
Arlo & Co, but I think there's a few different companies that do them.
And they're removable too, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Down here, kids' beds.
Yeah.
So we've got the triple bunk.
Yeah.
We've tried doonas, we've tried sheets, we've tried all sorts of stuff. The kids had just the other camping sleeping bags.
In our first van, we started off with single doonas, which looked great. But the one at the top would always fall down and it'd be hanging, and then they were hard to make nicely because they was that bit too big and too long. Then we went to just their normal camping sleeping bags, which they decided worked heaps better. But they weren't very nice to look at. So then we went back to doonas for a while, and then they're like, no, back to sleeping bags. So we actually found these ones. They are
Wanderer by Earth, or Earth by Wanderer, isn't it?
Yes, it's the Wanderer brand, but it's the Earth kind of eco-y one. They are like a cloud. They are so thick and very pretty. Yeah,
the kids love them too, so they've all got their individual print.
They're a little bit long, but we just fold them up. But they are like a doona, like proper quilted. And they love them. And then we've got a little one down here. They're just at BCF.
So again, they're not the prettiest looking setups compared to a doona that's all tucked in nicely, but it's just functionality for us. It works.
Yeah, I can't justify the price of the all-in-one sleep things. I don't know that the kids would love them. I find our kid up the top gets quite hot. She comes down very red-faced in the morning. This one gets a bit cold. There's no happy medium, so they can kick them on, kick them off, unzip them, use them as a doona, sleep with nothing.
Seem to work well,
Yeah, and I just don't think there isn't really a way to make 3 bunks look pretty. They are so hard to make. We're also at the point now where our kids are getting older. Our oldest is almost 13, and they're all very tall, so we're kind of outgrowing this setup very quickly. Yeah.
So, ideally, we would love a quad bunk delete, so that's the one where you 2 bunks either side, but you delete one and then put drawers underneath and whatnot. But the issue for us is just weight. And
you have to go to quite a bigger van. So our last van was a 19'9".
Yeah, correct.
What's this, 21'6"?
No, this is 21.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't go any bigger than this. I think this is a great size. If I could get a quad bunk delete in this size and be the right weight, I would 100% go back to an east-west bed just to give the kids a bit more room. Now they're getting bigger, they still love coming away. Yeah,
so compromise, I think. It's just there is no perfect setup out there because you're limited by so many factors.
Yeah.
Or there's just pros and cons to everything. So.
And also we don't want to be spending a fortune on a van. Like obviously again we have kids in high school, so we have to pick and choose when we travel, what we do.
Yeah. Last one, we had a front load washing machine underneath
under here.
Yeah, whereas now we've gone for drawers. Wardrobe there with the mirror there.
So much room.
So much space for storage for them.
Yeah. So our last one just had this in a really small pull-out drawer. Now we've got the washing machine on the wall, and these are great. So there's 3 of them. Yeah, you can get so much in them. Spare towels, games. The bottom one's just all the kids' games and bits and pieces for a rainy day.
And then yeah, in here, shower. This might be a bit tricky on this camera.
Yeah.
Shower. Yeah, standard sort of shower you see in most sort of caravans as well. Our last van had a bit of bigger shower head, which was good. This is still fine. Like the other shower head a bit better.
Yeah.
This shelf here, find a bit annoying, so I might take that off because you're always bumping it.
Yeah, it's not very sturdy. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll probably take that off and just stick on one of the...
We had a quad lock last time.
Yeah,
they
like
were
the quad
good.
lock one just stuck on.
Yeah.
But that's the shower.
Yep, shower.
Round bowl doll, you love that.
Yeah, we had a square one last time that kind of sat right back in the corner and you couldn't really get to it. It was hard to clean. It just gathered a lot of dust. Love the look of this.
Yeah, cupboard wise though?
Yeah, so the underbench is good. You obviously only just get that one area because we've got the airbags, but again, that's fine. Like, how much stuff do you really need in there?
Yeah, underneath there is the air compressor, so blocked off the space there.
So all your bits and pieces that you need to stand up there. And we didn't have a cupboard like this last time. We had overheads, which they couldn't fit much in them anyway. But this is good. It's a great size.
But
there's always a but. It probably only needs the one middle shelf. I find it's really hard to get things to stand up. As you can see, everything's laying down. You probably just measure it a bit better and have maybe one shelf in the middle, then you can stand up your things. And I've just got stuff everywhere because we haven't figured it out yet. But
yeah, and what's your thoughts on the front load washing machine?
It's good. It's very quiet. A lot of people say that they'll shake the van when they're on the spin cycle. I've used the small fast load in a normal mode. Haven't noticed it. It's very, very quiet. It's a little bit smaller than the other one. I'm not sure yet. I found my front loader I had was great because it had the drawer. You could put stain remover and stuff in there too, as well as putting your sheets in the drum.
Yep.
I've only used it twice and I'm not finding my stuff's getting very clean. So if anyone has any ideas on what you can use in these ones, whether it's the tablets, the sheets, do you just put liquid in there? Let me know because I'm keen to try. We're going away at Christmas and I refuse to spend money at Caravan Park laundromats. They are a money-making scheme.
Yep.
I probably wouldn't travel without a washing machine now. I think it's handy. I don't find this one fits as much either, but again, for what you're washing, you know, underwear, t-shirts, shorts, little stuff.
It's not too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, we go on towel hooks over towel rails on this one, so we just hang up we just got the, what are they, Egyptian cotton or something like that? What do you call them?
Turkish towels.
Turkish towels. They're just real thin, but they dry fast and they're thin, lightweight, so we just hang the 5 of them up there.
Yeah.
While we're down this way as well, got the fans in all the bunks too.
Oh, yeah. So they're in a better spot. Last time our fans came off the back here and I found they were annoying when they were making, so now they kind of move around there.
Yeah, much better spot
They're
there.
good. The kids have got their PowerPoints down there.
Yeah, they've got their light and all that, and then they've got their little storage pockets on the side, which is better than our last one had them on the back wall, but then obviously that's hidden by your pillows, so just on the side, nice easy access. Yeah, I think it's pretty well lit, eh?
Yeah, like at the end of the day, caravans, they are very similar inside depending on your layout and things like that.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of it mostly comes down to what works for you, I suppose, and customizing things to suit the way you want to do things. What works for us might not work for you. You might, like this layout here might be absolutely perfect, whereas for us we might go, oh, I wish we could have tweaked that drawer a bit or tweaked that pantry a little bit or things like that. But yeah, it's just different strokes for different folks, I guess they say. And 99.9% of the things we love, and there's just a couple little changes we'd do.
And again, like that is us having already had pretty much the perfect van.
Yeah.
It's hard to, you have to sort of compare, but you can't have the same expectation as well, being a whole different brand, model, layout, everything.
Yeah, and with that as well, there's things that are on this that brilliant.
Yeah. It's a lot of the technical stuff, not my domain, but you said there's like the solar's great.
Yeah. Another thing that just reminded me as well, I know it's back ages ago, but one thing we have noticed is done really well is all the silicon work in this van as well. all along the roof, the walls, outside, internally, externally. All the silicone is really neat. You do look at some vans and you go, they just caked it on and just, maybe they painted it on with a paintbrush, it's that horrible. But yeah, a lot of the fine touches in this done quite well. So I guess we'll wrap this up. One thing that I guess there is so many different products in a caravan. You probably have the expectation of it to be perfect. It's not gonna be. There will be something that goes wrong. We had one of our windows delaminate, so they're a double glazed window, like a tinted outer and a clear inner. The glue that holds them together come undone. So the thing that's probably the most important is how the company itself looks after you when you have problems. So we've found the dealings with them have been really good. They just by email fill out a form online, then communicate via email. If it's a real emergency, you can call them and they'll get it sorted. And they just sent out the window for me, or I could have taken it to a repairer, but it's straightforward to change, so I just did it myself. So yeah, that's the important thing, I suppose, when it comes down to it with the van.
You want to have good aftercare service too.
Yeah, so there is a lot of manufacturers out there that are just cowboys, and once they've got your money, they don't care. Yeah. So yeah, do your research with that one. So far we've found with Wonderland they've been pretty good there.
For the couple of little minor things we've had go on,
That reminded me as well. In this van, we don't have the wind-up TV antenna. We've got the 360 wind guard. Hate it. Just does not have the reception that the wind-up ones do. So, not that we watch a lot of TV, but if you are just chilling and want to flick on something, or we found like last year we were travelling and then the Olympics were on, so we'd pull up in a free camp somewhere, throw the Olympics on and just sit inside with a drink and a board game with the Olympics on in the background. That was cool.
Yeah.
I don't think we have any reception with this antenna. It's crap.
No, but I have actually seen on the Wonderland page a lot of people are having the same issue with that antenna as well. We tried it when we were away. We thought, maybe it's the reception's a bit off here. We tried it at home. We live in suburbia. We live in
and we only got
Metro
a few
Melbourne,
channels.
and it didn't work. Again, like, I'm not coming here to watch TV, but again, you want it to work.
Yes. So yeah, but I guess that wraps it up. We're pretty stoked to be back in the caravan.
It's good.
Stoked with the things we've put in here. We've learnt a few things that we'd do if we went around again.
Yeah.
Any questions? Any suggestions on things that we could do better, or products that are out there?
Yeah.
Drop them in the comments too. Always.
Let us know. Always happy to know, especially if you've got any
little hacks
on my
as well.
washing machine too.
Yeah. And for now we're going to wrap it up and going to put the boat in the water and go jump in the lake. All right. See you at the Eyre Peninsula.